Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dungeons and Drams. Jason came just in time. Hey, Jason, nice to see you.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
I didn't get to watch a whole lot of the stream that you were on last night with Bourbon Night, but I popped in for a couple minutes there. Any good pours from last night?
We just kind of went through like our lists of top bourbons of the year and what like slightly didn't make it, some of the trends we were seeing maybe for this year. So it was fun.
Nice.
Well, let me fix my camera real quick.
Well, I think it's cooler when there's three of you. What on earth?
No, this is trippy. I dig
That's pretty awesome. Maybe a little foreshadowing for later in the episode, but we'll see. Hey, everybody in the chat. How are you doing tonight? What are you guys drinking? Ed, since you missed last week, I'll start with you. What are you drinking tonight?
Yeah. I made myself a little bit of hot cider, and I put a little bit of Maker's 46 cask strength in it.
Ooh, very nice.
So that's what I'm having tonight in my very awesome Thor mug that Erica got me. Yeah. Look, it's got a little Mjolnir for the handle. Check that out.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that a lot. Are you drinking Knob Creek, Adriana?
I have not started drinking yet.
Well, that's true. You just kind of got here. Yeah.
But Nick did pour me some for when I'm ready. I'm still working on my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so keeping it fancy tonight.
That's fanciest.
So Steve A says he decided to go with a raspberry chocolate cream donut. I don't know if that's a drink. Is that like a shot, or is that an actual donut?
Mash and Journey.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing that might be their Driftless
Yeah,
Glen.
they just had that dessert
release.
series.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I should have known that.
Yeah.
I know one of them was a donut.
Where were those from?
Driftless Glen, I think.
Driftless Glen. Yeah, I thought they were. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Jason's
it's fun
dying
because
that
they
he can't
had,
talk about it right now.
right? I think they had done a previous pick with them and had done a bourbon and a rye and made them like Dunkin' Donuts themed.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've got the new pick that also seems to be Dunkin'. I don't know. Jason can tell you much better than I can.
That's all right. So it is a Mash and Journey Driftless Donuts pick. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Six Isles Blended Malt, Isla, Jura, Sky, Mull, Orkney, Aaron, 43% NCF, NC. Pretty wow, Donner. That's a lot. That must have taken you a while to type. That's just.
I hope
there's a lot going. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah. Well, I felt like drinking scotch, but unfortunately, I just picked the Fire and Cane. So it's actually okay. It's totally okay. I expected when I first opened it, I actually thought it was going to be terrible. I thought it was going to be somehow like cinnamon whiskey, but like naturally. But thankfully, it's nothing like that. But yeah, no, I don't hate it. It's almost gone though, which is a little sad. Always sad when you kill a bottle.
Yeah, that is our go-to in this household for introducing people to peat. Like when we have guests over and they're like, I want to try peated scotch. It's like, all right, try this one first before you jump in too much.
Nice.
I forgot that was peated.
So we just got word from Clifton that he's coming in right now. So he'll be on shortly, and then we'll kind of get going. Sorry for keeping everybody waiting, but I appreciate the patience. Sometimes it's tough to make the time zones work, when everybody's working and such. Yeah. Someday we'll make enough from this that none of us have to work again. It'll be great.
Wouldn't that be
So
nice?
I'm sending a picture of my W-2 to my boss because I just got my W-2 and it has that my full wages for the year was 1 penny. It says
Okay.
1 cent because my I'm on a fellowship at my university, no taxes are withheld. And they don't give me the money. So I have no W-2, so they had to give me something. And I just got it, and I'm like, wait, what? It literally says 0.01.
That's kind of interesting.
I'm like, I want a raise.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, double my salary.
Yeah, right.
I want a really big
I was just going to say, that sounds kind of unfortunate. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, go to Patreon.
Yeah, right.
Go to Patreon so Adriana doesn't live on 1 cent a year.
1 penny a year. Hence my peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
It's all she can afford.
I'm really playing up the like poor scientist.
She eats Uncrustables 3 times a day.
Oh, I used to love Uncrustables, man.
I can't afford Uncrustables. Not
3 times a day. What kind of fancy? Yeah.
Right?
My kids didn't like them. I was surprised. I gave them Uncrustables. Neither one of them liked it, but I don't know.
Huh. You have to you have to be very strict with you can't be like too finicky about your peanut butter and jellies. Like the Uncrustables are about as straightforward as it gets. So some people like more peanut butter, some like this. Some people like the crust, so it depends.
If I have a peanut butter and jelly, it's literally just to eat peanut butter. Like I'm not above eating peanut butter with a spoon. It's so good.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's my go-to late night snack.
With a spoon, you savage.
Well, hey, Clifton. Nice to see you. Welcome home. Did you have a chance to get something to eat? Do you have a drink? Are you?
I got whiskey. We're good. Oh, you know what? I didn't get a glass. You know what?
It's all bottle chugs tonight.
Awesome.
Man, thank you guys for your patience. Sorry about that. I'm also gonna have to step away at some point for like 2 or 3 minutes, but I'll make sure it's when I'm not dying. So
okay, that's fair.
Good call.
Yeah. Well, since we're all here, sorry, Jason, what are you drinking tonight?
4 Roses, LE 2022.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I just got it, and I'm gonna review it soon. So I'm just trying to let it open up a little bit. So
sure.
First time trying, second time trying it.
That is the perfect response in whiskey to my 1 cent a year
peanut
butter and jelly conversation. And you're like, no big deal, just 4 Roses, Ellie.
Could buy your peanut butter and jellies for a month.
It's, honestly,
probably more, yeah.
Honestly, out of all the limited editions that drop every year from all the various distillers, this is the one that I always want. Like, if I could try to get that, I always want it because, when you talk about LEs, I think it's got to be one of the best. It sounds weird to say, but one of the best value LEs there because there's like 20-something-year-old bourbon in it, 18-year-old, 16-year-old, and it's like $160. I mean,
I'm scoffing at you, but we have that bottle. So that was our first ever.
Yeah, like good luck finding a freaking DTAC for under $200, right. And it's not even that old. So
sure.
Yeah.
I'm not saying age is everything, but I'm just saying,
Well,
but there is a value.
It's not nothing.
Sometimes most overage stuff is very expensive. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can always tell when it's underaged, and it's usually disappointing. I mean, depending on what you're talking about, but I can't tell you how many bourbons I've done on the channel where my first reaction is, it tastes young, or it's like musty corn again. It's, gross. So, so I saw Clifton just popped off, but that's okay. We're going to get into our little intro here, and we'll do our recap. So it's been a couple of weeks. We ended up doing a world building episode last week. Thank you again, Adriana, for joining me. We actually had a whole lot of fun talking about turtles. So if that's a thing you guys are into, you should go check it out.
It's so cute.
Is that a portal summoned by a turtle?
It's a giant turtle. Think like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, except generally lazier.
Oh, like a man turtle. Okay.
Yes, we've also decided that they cook tortellini as part of like a yearly celebration that they do.
Wow. Wow.
And what was it? Oh, and tortillas, I think. And
tortillas.
Yeah.
They make tortellini burritos.
They do, right? Yes.
Wow.
Tortelloni.
That is a lot of carbs.
Yeah.
It's like carb on carb action.
Their favorite cake is the Spanish torta.
Yes. All right, awesome. So let's talk last time we played. So when we last saw our heroes, they had entered the Mistscale Lair and begun exploring around this new, to most of you, subterranean refuge. They ventured forth, finding a peculiar iron door marked with runes indicating it was from the kingdom of Beneth Besmedan, the northern forge of Avera. Beyond the door, a lazily drifting chartreuse waterfall of fog fell from the ceiling into a pit in the floor. Deeper into the cave, they discovered the sleeping area of the Mistscales and had their wounds tended to. While resting, Knobolas was visited by his patron and offered a gift. Alessio was spoken to by Nexori and informed of a special item of power within this cave that he must acquire. While resting, they spoke with Shaskis and offered to take some of the lizard folk eggs to the ziggurat and are being escorted by Chax, one of the Mistscale warriors, through the cave. Finding that the rope bridge, which would normally allow passage over a raging river, was cut and dangling, they turned back, had a quick interaction with a couple of prisoners, a human and an orc, and we return as Alessio and Knobolas just found Yona hunkered in her quarters, surrounded by fire and seemingly praying to some sort of deity. All right.
Yona!
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Yona!
Yona! What are you doing? Why are you praying in there? What are you doing?
So good. All right. So, all right. So since you weren't here last time, Agnomeio, the only thing I did was roll a couple of hit dice for you. Other than that, you pretty much just tagged along at the back of the group. Probably to the group's benefit, given a couple of the situations that they found themselves in.
Probably. I tend to cause trouble.
So
yes, we walked in a room that we were thankful you were not with us in that room.
Because we were then able to change our minds and walk the fuck out.
Yeah.
All right. So Knobolas had just opened up the door. Actually, he gave his try at lockpicking and was able to do it, if I remember correctly. And you are currently looking at Yona. As I mentioned, she's surrounded by candles. And a red rug adorns the floor. A giant skull is in front of her, dripping with candle wax. 2 candles have been placed in its eye sockets, many of its teeth are missing, and on either side of the skull sits a table adorned with various curiosities. She looks over at you and she says, "Come in, brother, sit with me."
I'm gonna look back and be like, I see if the rest of the group motions me on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we gotta go in there. Let's go.
Yeah, I
Be
mean,
rude.
we
All
did
right.
not want to be rude, after all. Come on.
All right, I'll
She's
walk
inviting
in.
us in.
How does she know we're brothers
So
as opposed to sisters?
this is the thing we talked about a long time ago, is that they refer to everybody as brother.
Oh,
So,
okay.
she motions for Chak. She says, "Chak, stay outside. And Mikshweta, you as well." So it's up to you whether you want to leave Booker inside or outside.
Booker's coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, Booker stays with us.
All right. And she says, "Chaks, shut the door." So Chax walks over and shuts the door.
Thanks, Check.
Am I gonna regret having Booker in here?
So for the sake of it, I'm just going to leave Daffy out of the room and generally kind of outside of whatever's going on. So she motions to you all, and she kind of asks you to take a seat down on this red carpet. And
Okay.
What-
I'm in.
all right.
Sorry, the Booker's.
Cool. So she looks over at you, and she's specifically Agnomeio and Knobolas, and she says, "I know who you are, and I know what you did to Kuto. Your disguises are incredible, but your behavior gave you away." As she speaks, Yona walks around the room. And Alessio, as she's walking around the room, and as she gets kind of closer to the table in the top right of this room here, your ring begins to tighten.
There it is. I was waiting for it.
And she says, "I have been granted a vision by Sindra," which is her god, "and we need your help. We are enslaved by the UNT within the ziggurat of Jilriel, and they serve Thorak, the malevolent mist. We are forced to scour the jungle for lost riches to bring to Thorak, but we have been finding less and less and needing to travel further from home. We need to escape from the UNT, or we will be slaughtered and devoured."
Quick question.
Sure.
Whose idea was it to murder all of the gnomes? Was it you or the UNT? Just out of curiosity.
I would say it probably our idea. Our mission is to find treasure, and they were in the way of us getting that treasure. They defended themselves, and we defended ourselves.
Well, I would usually be very angry about this, but I did get to murder your buddy Kuto, so I'm in a good mood.
Oh wow! What's in that? What's in Ed's mug tonight? Jeez.
So Yona says, "I appreciate your," and she's looking for the word, "benevolence."
That is I, a magnanimous little gnome who's currently in a lizard body.
It would seem, in fact, that with Kuto's demise, I am now in charge of the clan, which I could say I've longed for quite a while. Until a new warrior comes up and takes over, the Mistscales will be mine. And I can enact some change, briefly, but if the UNT catch that we are not pillaging, they will slaughter us.
Okay, so...
Sorry, do we know what the UNTs are? Is that like a bad word without the C at the front?
UNT.
That is all I've heard and what I wrote down.
That was wonderful.
Really, UNT.
that was brilliant.
How did that... I've read that word so many... I love it. Good job. All right, anyway. No, actually, I would say you probably don't know what the UNT are.
Okay, how do we spell that? I'm guessing it's not UNT.
That's what I heard too, Adrian. I have no idea.
It's YUAN-TI. UNT.
Ewans, like, is that a word?
I mean, in the South.
Yeah.
All Ewans. All Ewans.
All Ewans.
All UNs. UNs and Yetis.
So
Ewans and the Utes over there.
And the youth.
So, I mean, you could certainly ask her about them if that's something that you want to know, but just...
Yes. Yona.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I was looking at the font. What do you know about these UNTs? I mean, when did they show up? How did they...
The UNT have been in the jungle for a very, very long time. And they are a group of people who are taking on the form of... As they gain in power, they look more and more like snakes. Some will have the head of a snake, some the body of a snake. Some just scales on their skin. The largest and most powerful will grow additional limbs, become extremely good fighters. Some can even use magic. And they vastly, vastly outpower us.
I mean, are there a lot of them? Are we talking like hundreds, thousands?
I don't really know. I haven't been in the ziggurat, only outside. I've seen dozens.
Okay, so there's a lot.
There's a lot.
But if we were to, I don't know, murder the piss out of these guys, then you wouldn't have any reason to, go around pillaging and harming folk. Yes?
We only kill what we need for meat. I can't say that there won't be the occasional human, but we're happy to subsist on pigs, boars, cows.
Hey, now you're speaking my language. I love pigs.
I love a pork barbecue.
Yona, how well defended? How well defended is the ziggurat?
The ziggurat is a bit of a labyrinth, from what I hear inside. What the little bit I can see is there is always guards outside of the ziggurat, so it will be very hard to approach. However,
any weaknesses you know of?
Well, there is a secret entrance, as it would stand, and it's at the back of this cave. If you follow the rope bridge, which you'll notice has been cut.
Yes.
I didn't want the gnolls to make it past the bridge, so I cut it as soon as we came back in here. However, I can assist you with getting over the bridge if you need.
And how will you assist us?
And she kind of holds her staff and she says, I can control plant life and I can build a bridge from vines.
Andy?
Rad.
Oh damn, Yona's got skills.
So Yona,
Indeed I do.
When you say Yona, when you say that you know what we are, like, what do you think that we are?
I believe that you are not the same Mistscales that went into the temple. I don't know if you're human, elf, but I know you're not who we sent in.
It could only
yeah,
just be
we
other
murdered
lizard
them.
folk?
What was that, Adriana?
Wait, couldn't we just be other lizard folk, or do we look exactly like the lizard folk?
You look exactly like the ones that went in.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, those guys are super dead. Being honest with you.
Yeah, they died. That was not on us, though, Yona. Just, that was that other alligator.
They were killed by an alligator?
Yeah, I think so. Wasn't there a huge one that we used
at least
Booker
some
to,
of
like,
them.
sneak by?
Oh, that is unfortunate.
They were dead in the main area, sorry.
That is unfortunate, as we likely could have used the meat.
Oh, the alligator meat, not their meat.
No, their meat.
No, I think
Okay. Wow.
no scales.
Right. So
Meat is meat.
Okay.
So, do you have any other questions for Yona?
Is there anything else you can tell us about the UNTs?
I know. I'm never going to hear it the same way again. She says, not the UNT, but Thorak. There's a large black dragon atop the ziggurat. He goes by the name Thorak the Malevolent Mist. And that is what...
Oh, he's not the mist. He's he's a dragon.
He is a dragon, yes. Very large.
Oh. Whoops.
Goody. Love how you saved that for last.
I believe I led with that.
You mentioned it, but I thought it was the evil mist.
Did you say he was perched on the ziggurat though?
So what happens next is she holds her staff up and she places it in front of the giant skull's face. And you see the lights inside of the skull dim for a moment, and the whole room gets very dark. And then a big blast of red light shoots from the front of the skull, and you see an illusion in front of you. And what you see is a rotating, three-dimensional, basically red wireframe of this ziggurat. And in the ziggurat, you see a number of different passageways. You see entrances, you see pit traps, you see all kinds of things. But on top of this, you see a dragon. And this dragon is just basically staring over the jungle. But out from this dragon is emitting this yellow mist. And it's flowing into a channel in the ziggurat, flowing down the ziggurat, and into a channel in the ground where it goes underground. And she points at this and she says, "That is the yellow fog you saw. It emanates from his body. If you are to get anywhere near him, I suggest you have a manner of avoiding acid or not breathing."
Good.
Oh.
We need a turtle. We need a freaking turtle. They cannot breathe for an hour.
I'm sorry, I don't know about you, but all I want right now is tortellini.
Tortellini. Avoid acid /
All right, so this black dragon, his name is Thorak the Malevolent Mist.
Correct. Thorrrek.
I think I knew his sister, Sierra.
I do not know of another dragon, but I fear he has a sister. She sounds refreshing. Crispy. We do a lot of product placement on this stream.
No, we need sponsors. Come on.
Yeah, we should.
I think Pepsi owns them.
I think so. Yes. All right. So anyway, go ahead.
Just to clarify, so in seeing this image, this dragon doesn't look like a statue that stuff is coming out of. It looks like a live dragon. Yes.
Correct.
Hanging out
yes.
on top of the ziggurat.
Yes. It's as if the toxin actually comes from his body.
Just basically farting all through this labyrinth.
Absolutely. Yep.
The malevolent fart.
He's a big old fart cloud.
He's a malevolent, acidic fart mist. Just.
Yes.
What a UNT.
Wow.
We haven't even really been drinking yet. I mean, this is supposed to be like an hour from now. Anyway, so she has a couple more things to tell you. So, one thing she says is that if if you are to go into the caves, I want you to be aware of... Oh boy, I'm going to say this weird. Wadabra Soniek, or the darkness that eats. It hides in the shadows of the cave, and if you run into it, I would suggest you fight with everything you have.
This isn't Doctor Who. The darkness.
How do you fight darkness? Jesus. Okay.
You turn a light on?
I think Alessio would be the one to know that. It's pretty dark.
Yeah, you are the master of dark.
That is
I
true.
know, but I haven't been in the dark for a while. I've been this lizard for like 18 weeks.
Where did she
It's been 2
say
days.
whatever?
What was that?
Where did she say that this darkness is hanging out?
In the caves behind, like basically where you're potentially going.
Once we cross that bridge, we'd be in caves that have
Correct.
the Vashtin Arati in it. Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
Correct.
Well, if these UNT are oppressing your people, then we must murderize them, I say.
I'm very relieved to hear that, and I have a gift for you, potentially. And she walks over here and opens up this door. And in the room, you guys are welcome to peruse, but we could just kind of talk about it. So, in the room, there's dim lights that hang from the walls of this room and illuminate a bulbous mass of tangled wood, crates, barrels, picture frames, ripped canvases, the smell of moldy food, incense, and the overpowering smell of alcohol mixed together in this room, and most everything here looks destroyed. Things do look to have been brought here in here with very little attention paid to their potential monetary value. And she says, "You're welcome to go through and take anything that you find. Some may be more use to you than it is to us."
Cool. Hey, while y'all are starting to search, I'm gonna ask Yona real quick. You know anything about what's up with that door to Beneth Desmodon, the North Forge?
It was a present from the UNT. They told us to install it and keep the waterfall safe. I know nothing more about that.
Never trust a UNT.
That for a second.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Oh, me? Oh.
Whichever one. If you both are distrustful of it, that's fine. You can both roll independently.
Oh, I was just not trusting the UNTs because.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood, but that's okay. Either way, she appears to be telling the truth.
Okay. All right, Yona.
You said it smells like alcohol in here, right?
It does.
Can I find it? That's what I want to sniff out.
All right, so here's the way we're going to do this. So there's 4 of you here. Each one of you, not each one of you, 2 of you can make investigation checks, and you guys can talk amongst yourselves who would like to do that.
I got a +2 on that.
I have a +3.
Yeah. All right, and
I'm only a +1. So.
I'm a +0, so.
All right. So Alessio, just as a note, as you walked out of Yona's room, your ring actually tightened quite a bit more, and it's starting to become painful.
You should get some soap. That helps when the ring is stuck.
Oil, maybe.
So, I feel like whatever I need to find is in this rubble.
Do you want to check it first?
Yeah, I feel like I need to check it.
Okay.
We don't know about this, right?
No. Well, unless he's choosing to share this with you guys, then no, you don't. And actually, just I'll mention this for the audience as well, in case anything ever looks weird. Excuse me. I realized today how I can talk individually to each player if I'd like to, and so going forward, when I have things to say to Jason regarding his ring, I'll probably just do that. You guys, as an audience, will all be able to hear it, but none of you players will be able to hear it, except for who I'm talking to. I will also do something so you know that I'm not just like losing connection. I'll be like, hey Jason, or something like that. All right.
Pulling up the YouTube stream now.
Right. All right.
Like listening to it.
So, Alessio, whoever would like to make an investigation check, tell me that you'd like to.
I would like to.
I would like to as well with my brother and Rapier.
Yeah.
All right.
Rapier brothers, back in action.
All right, so both of you please make an investigation check.
Ooh, that was a poor roll.
Oh, I hope it's better than that. Oh
boy.
Oh.
All right.
You know what? I might just finish this drink because I really want to know what's in this pile.
Yeah.
All right.
Risky
so
whiskey.
risky whiskey.
I know. I might have to risky whiskey because I really need to find what's happening in here.
Well, considering
You're
you're
gonna
both
risky
already
whiskey
pouring,
for
I would
roses
suggest
only,
it.
Okay, a little bit better. 13. All right.
13.
That's doable.
I love that Jason's, throwing back a limited edition for roses.
And he just did that so casually. It was so casual.
Wow. So Agnomeio and Alessio both rolled a 5, both did a risky whiskey, and then both rolled a 13.
Wow.
So
that's why we're brothers in rapier.
that's incredible. All right.
The power of the rapier connects us.
Well, it's a good thing that it's a good thing that you did a risky whiskey. So, as you're both rummaging through this pile, you find a small box, and when you open it, we'll just say that between the two of you, you find these things. You can figure out how you want to divvy it up, but nobody has anything in particular. So you find a small box. As you open it up, you see it's the inside is covered in velvet, and there's 3 little holes, and in those holes are 3 greater healing potions.
Ooh.
So you have 3 potions of greater healing. We can work on adding that to your inventory after. All right. So additionally, you find a small glass figurine of an elf dancing, and let's just say, well, neither one of you rolled better. You know what? Both of you guys roll 1d20, real quick. This one actually matters for a sec.
1d20.
You know what? Stop. Which one of you has higher perception? Let's do that.
That's a good question.
I want one of you to feel special here.
I'm plus 3.
Perception, I am +0.
All right. So, Alessio, you find a small glass figurine of an elf dancing. As you're looking it over, you notice a small button on the bottom of the figurine. Would you like to press it?
And it explodes, and we all die.
I'll press it.
Okay. All right. So you press it, and the figurine begins to spin in your hand, and it's moving around as if it were alive. It's basically it's like a minor illusion as part of this little figurine, and you estimate that this is worth about 500 gold. It's a very unique item. Okay, and you guys you rolled pretty well. So you also find another potion. This one it's like a big, I don't know what they're called, but basically picture a big glass bottle with like the little ropes down the side, and inside it looks as if there's actually a cloud floating inside of the bottle. Take a look at this for a minute, and you realize this is a potion of gaseous form. What this allows you to do is if you drink this, you actually can become as if you are a cloud or mist or whatever, and you're able to move through extremely small places or float over something. The uses for it are up to you in your imagination.
Yes,
but
that might be helpful in the fart dungeon.
Yes. I was going to say though, I don't think I need it because I'm already full of hot air.
Boo.
I mean, nobody's gonna argue with you. So.
All right, so why don't you guys talk for a sec, figure out if or how you'd like to divvy these up, and I'm going to pour myself another drink.
Well, I am thinking perhaps our rogue could make best use of the gaseous form potion.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I think I could use that pretty good. As far as like the potions, we should divvy that up later. See who could use what. And I think the dancing figurine, I think we should give that to Talon. She might have a particular interest in this, whether we could either sell it for the group or she may know something more about it.
Yeah, maybe I can do a history check or something on the
Sure.
dancing figure. I stayed out when you said there was a button that you could press. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and make sure me and Booker.
Yeah, we'll walk out and give it to you. But those are my thoughts.
It's like, oh, hey, Daffy, welcome back. Everybody blew themselves up.
Yeah.
Alessio hit a button and we're all dead.
Booker's been keeping his eye on Yona this whole time.
Sure. All All right, so we'll if you'd like to do a history check on that, we could save that till a little bit later. But
all right.
So what are you guys doing with the greater healing potions?
Well, I mean, we were just gonna kind of divvy those up amongst the three of us in the group. I mean,
well, there's four of you.
Talon, Knobolas, and Agnomeio can hold on to those because I'm going to take the mist potion.
Sounds good to me.
All right, I will.
I was definitely going to recommend Agnomeio get one.
For as much trouble as I get into, I don't actually die that often.
This is true. I'm the one who died recently. So.
That is true. All right, so I am almost done adding those to your inventories.
In 2 different games because somebody killed me.
I don't know what you're talking about. It never happened. All right, so okay, so you continue to rummage through the stuff here, and you're pretty satisfied that you've found everything that you can find. Okay.
Okay, my nothing is happening with my ring here.
Correct. You do feel it's you know what? We're gonna try this out. I'm gonna talk to Jason for a sec.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, solo chat.
So Jason, your ring is working as if it's kind of like a hot or cold kind of thing. When it hurts, or it will initially hurt to let you know something's around. It will continue to hurt as you're getting closer. And then if you go too far, it will hurt to the point of actual, like it's not just tight, it will hurt. In this case, you could interpret this as you went too far. It's back in Yona's room, whatever it is. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she had reacted, or it reacted when she looked at that northeastern table. All right, let's go back to the main chat. Okay. All right, and that is all I have to say about that.
You told me nothing. Jesus.
Thanks, Forrest Gump. I'm just over here singing Tiny Dancer because
I know, I saw that. That was good. So many things. I always think I'm so smart until I play, and then I'm like, I didn't think of any of these things. Yes. Oh, you guys didn't hear Jason? You should have. I did okay. I will look into that later. You should have heard Jason. He was coming through. Whatever. We'll figure that out later. As long as the other players didn't hear him, then I suppose that's okay.
Nothing on our end.
Okay.
All right.
What would you all like to do?
Onward.
All right.
We're gonna go murder some snake people. I have never fought a snake person before. I'm very excited.
I'm also like intrigued at the thought that they gain extra limbs while also becoming like snakes, which are limbless.
So that like the human part gains more limbs, I'm assuming. Like
yes.
The snake
like a
part,
tail?
I assume stays snake, and then they're like
so
the
double
snake,
human.
They're no match
give
for my
us a
big
tail.
black rod. Is all I gotta say.
So Yona is not a biologist or a any sort of I don't even know what you call it.
There is a mutation called limbless, where if it's present in mice, they're like snakes, and it reverts them back to their developmental state.
I'm gonna say Yona doesn't know much about that. She's gonna hold up her staff and say, "Let's go!"
Shit.
All right.
Anyways,
so
Yona, can you make us a bridge?
Absolutely. So she goes and she's gonna leave, and if you're gonna follow, then you should follow.
Okay.
Knobolas is still hanging out in that room.
Oh no, sorry.
That's okay. That's fine.
All right. As everyone leaves quickly, I want to check out that desk.
Okay. All right. So let's do this. So looking at let's I'll actually drag. I don't know why it's not lighting up that room, but we'll go back to your room here. So on the table that you're looking at, there are 4 things. There's a human skull, which still has some meat and ligaments connecting the jaw to the rest of the skull. So if you move it, the jaw just it'll kind of go like, ngang, 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 ngang. So it's very magical. There's a black heart, and as you watch it, every few seconds you see it beat very slowly. Or maybe it's just the light and the way it's moving in here. There's a green potion of some sort that appears to be bubbling on its own, and there's a bluish-green orb sitting on small metal prongs.
Okay, so I think what I do quickly is I take my hand and I kind of float it over each item, the one that I have the ring on.
Okay.
And see if I feel anything.
Okay. So we'll just kind of go in order. So you hover over the human skull. You can't help but knock it a little bit, and the jaw goes. But no reaction from your ring. You hover over the black heart. No reaction from your ring. You hover over the potion, and no reaction. But when you hover over the greenish orb, your band actually loosens just a little bit, kind of indicating that that's probably the item.
Man. Let's see what to... Really quick, guys. I'm just going to check my... Man, I have nothing in my inventory here. All right, so what I'm going to do is... Stealthily, I want to quickly try to swipe that orb.
Okay.
And then replace it with a rock in the room.
All right. Let's make a... You know what? Why not? Let's make an investigation check.
Okay.
Ooh, a 2. Or a 3. All right.
There are no rocks in the room.
Well, so you're correct. There are no rocks in the room, but you do remember that back in the room with all of the stuff, you saw something that would fit the bill. Like it would match enough that you think it wouldn't arouse suspicion right away.
Oh God, I'm spending too much time in here. I don't want to be in here too long.
What are you gonna do, Jason?
All right, quickly I use my mage hand.
Okay.
To go into the room, grab a rock, bring it back to me.
Okay.
This way I'm not running in here and here, so let me do that. Mage hand.
What are you doing while the mage hand is going and doing its thing?
I'm grabbing the orb and putting it in my posh posh.
Okay. All right. So you grab. Tell me exactly what you're doing. Are you doing the mage hand grabbing the orb? You grabbing the orb? You doing tell me what you're doing.
No, the mage hand is in the other room grabbing the rock, and while it's doing that, I am carefully grabbing the orb.
Okay.
So this way, by the time I put it away, the mage hand comes back with the rock, and I can set it down and then catch up with everybody.
All right. Make a stealth check for me.
Oh, come on. Been rolling like shit. Let's get a good stealth check.
Ooh,
oh,
nice.
Damn.
Wow.
Holy crap. Well,
that's a good stealth check.
So with a 28, so what actually happens here is you were taking a little bit too long. So Yona comes back inside. And with your high stealth roll, you're kind of standing in front of the table. And you're moving perfectly in sync with the mage hand that's behind you as it places the orb down on the table. And she looks at you and she says, are you admiring the skull?
Yes. How in the world did you make that diagram of the dragon and the ziggurat come out of it? I'm literally looking at the skull trying to figure it out.
She says, the skull, the large skull, that was from a giant, but the skull on the table, that was from a human that I enjoyed his company before I ate him. His name was Steven. So, he was a very good talker.
That was a PH or a V?
It's SSSTEVEN.
I still see some, I still see some jaw. Is it still pretty fresh, Yona?
Well, I liked talking with him, so I left his jaw intact.
Right.
as one does, you know.
Yes.
I'm like really disturbed at her enjoying his company. Like what? What?
All right, sorry, I stayed in too long, but I just was completely enthralled by your skull. So we want to go build that bridge.
No problem.
Hey,
Right.
Yona, is there any chance we could borrow Steven? Like, or his map of all the pitfalls and.
No, the giant skull was what, and the map was generated from Yona. It was just it's her medium that she's using as like a projector.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can she write that down? Can she draw it? Could she draw that?
Oh, that's a good question.
It has all the.
You know what? Make a so there's two things that could happen here. So potentially she could at least try to take some notes for you. It will take some time, which may or may not matter. And you'll have to persuade her because at the moment she's more interested in getting you towards the ziggurat, and the gnolls are still outside. So it's up to you what you'd like to do.
Okay. So maybe I'll try to persuade her once we get to the bridge and she's made the bridge, so that then we know if the gnolls have entered and she has enough time to.
Sure. Okay.
Write some notes at least.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so we'll all head over to the bridge here.
To the bridge.
So Yona and Chax kind of head ahead of you, and they make it over to the bridge. Yona begins casting a spell. Let me drag Daffy over here for the sake of that. So Yona holds her staff up, and you see these vines kind of coming out of the sides of the ravine. And you see them kind of intertwining together, and they form these big, thick ropes that not only they completely ignore the bridge that was there, and they've just made this nice bridge right over the ravine for you. There's no handrails, so to some degree, you'll have to be careful going over it. But it looks sturdy. It's definitely, it'll hold. And,
okay. Cool.
All right. No, that's fine.
All right.
Hey, Yona. You
Yes.
know what? I just wanted to let you know that, hey, you murdering all my people, that's water under the bridge.
Oh,
but don't do it again, because that would be a bridge too far.
Oh.
I don't understand.
It's okay. I cracked myself up. Bye.
All right. So,
Yona,
yes.
any chance you had a map where you were able to see the whole layout and where pitfalls and stuff were? That would be really handy for us.
I do not have a map.
Give us some kind of basic thing.
So she's going to take a minute and she's going to explain to you some of the interior design of the ziggurat. So when we are in the ziggurat, assuming that we get there, I'm going to give you two times you can have advantage on perception checks or investigation checks to look for traps. Okay? Or to determine which direction to go. Good use. I like that. All right. I mean, I totally thought of that ahead of time.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Cool.
All right. So we're crossing this bridge, right?
All right. Yeah, I think I might have to drag you guys.
Did.
All right. So Chax is gonna stay here, unless you guys would like him to accompany you.
Chax, have you been in this ziggurat before?
I have not been to the ziggurat. I've been in the caves, but not the ziggurat.
Oh, then you're.
Are you willing to die for us, if need be?
No.
All right, you can stay. Don't worry about it.
you stay here then.
All right.
I'm making a jump for it.
All right. Can you guys move your token? Something's going on with my foundry. I'm just gonna refresh real quick, but it looks like you guys can move, so go for it.
If Booker would stop running into
And
walls.
Booker fell into the water.
I got stuck. Hold on. How did y'all do
It
that?
won't let me pick just one. I'm constantly getting stuck indoors.
No, that's all right. All right, I'll take care of you, Knobolas. Something was
Struggling.
up with that. Okay, so let me take Booker. All right, so let's see. Okay, So you all. Oh, somebody's got some feedback. All right. So you all are descending deeper into the cave. Other than the shuffling of your own feet, you hear a rushing of water up ahead, as if a small waterfall is emptying into a larger pool. You descend a couple of moderate cliff faces, nothing too large, just 6 or 7 feet, and you stand before a much larger cliff. And this is where I'm going to bring you. Oh. All right. So looking around, you see a couple of frayed ropes, looking a bit slimy or perhaps mossy. Definitely a green tint to them, but they lead down to the bottom, into the pool of water. Looking down the cliff face, you see it has a few pockets, but you also note that the general dampness of the air has settled on many of these outcroppings. If you'd like to try to climb down, that's an option. You could try to climb down the ropes, that would be an option. And anything else that you think of could be an option.
How far down is the pool?
It's about 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay.
I don't know if I trust those ropes. I might just want to jump in.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
I already know you were thinking it.
So something that I'll tell you just before we do anything else. So as lizard folk, and I'm just going to include Booker in this as well, you all have an underwater breathing ability. You can hold your breath for 15 minutes. Now, the way that we're going to do this is it's going to be kind of a combination of seeing how long you're actually under the water and how long we're physically playing the game. So it's not going to be like 15 real life minutes, but it's not going to be like an hour and a half either. So I'll give you guys random time checks, and you can kind of keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
EJ, I see you, man. That's a good one. He's afraid not.
He's afraid not.
Oh, the pain.
All right. So what are you all doing here?
I'm down to dive in.
Yeah, I mean, we're lizard folk. Let's dive in.
Let's do it.
All right. What about McShweta? What would you like to do with her?
Oh, oops, forgot about her.
Oh, yeah.
Should McShweta maybe stay behind on this one?
Does she have breath holding ability?
Does she doggy paddle?
She could doggy paddle, but she does not have. She would be able to hold her breath for about 3 minutes.
Oh shit.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
What can we have her do? Like, something could benefit us. I mean, is there anyone we need to keep her to keep an eye on, like, while we go do this?
I'm scared if we leave her here with the other lizard folk, they're gonna kill her.
They might eat her.
They are pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Can we just ask her to do some snooping just to see if she can find something out for us and meet up with us later?
Meet up with.
You could do whatever you
Should
want.
we just ask her to hide somewhere? I don't know. Is she smart enough?
I feel like she can come to our rescue as we're getting killed by a freaking dragon later on. Like, I feel like we kind of need her.
What if we tell her to escape get out of the cave and run towards the ziggurat and try to find us and meet us there?
She is definitely gonna get murdered by Knowles.
She will get
Yeah, there's a bunch of trolls up there.
We'll definitely get murdered. I mean,
I like how y'all would not make these suggestions for Booker. You wouldn't say, Booker, go find your own way.
Yeah,
You
no.
would carry Booker, like, under your arm.
Yeah.
yeah, but Booker's also a little lizard, so he's good.
Yeah, he
Booker's
can
my
breathe
boo.
underwater. He'll be
Yeah.
okay. I think maybe she should just stay at base camp, and we'll have to come back for her.
Yeah. Maybe make
I
herself.
feel like
comfortable.
anything else would put her in danger, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, trying to have her get up to something would piss off the lizard folk without us around.
Let's just tell her to do some snooping and then just a generic find us. And then, how about that?
There we go.
Okay. Is that what you want to do?
I think so.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna tell McShweta basically to. Sorry, just repeat. You said snoop or just get rid?
So whatever. Do some snooping, see if you can find anything else in this cave that we may have missed, and then find us another way, or meet us at the ziggurat.
Maybe just hang out. I don't know. I don't think she's gonna find another way out.
Yeah,
I might just want to stay here.
Just snoop around here. Just keep your ear to the ground. See if you hear anything, but just kind of stay here. Don't go out because you might get killed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't get yourself killed.
All right. So McShweta looks at you, Knobolas, a little sad.
I know. I was going to say I need to like pet her and like let her know it's okay. I'll be back for you.
Mikshweta's a little afraid, but she says, "Yes, I will do what you asked me to do, Knobolas. I will stay very safe. I will stay very safe. I think the lizard people are maybe not hungry. Maybe we'll see. I will run if they come for me."
Sounds good. Take care of yourself.
Okay. And then Mikshweta's gonna kind of go back, but she's a little scared. Kind of, you see her just really slowly walking through the darkness until she gets to.
I feel
back
so
towards
bad,
the
y'all.
bridge.
What the hell?
You're the one sending her off to do missions by herself.
I don't know what to tell you,
I
man.
don't want her to drown.
Yeah, but she could just hang out here.
She could, but like,
Just stay in the cave.
Back? What if
On
we
the
ever
other
come back,
side
we
of the
never come back
bridge.
to the cave? Then she just is gonna be there waiting for me for the rest of her life.
We'll come
until
back.
she
We're
dies.
gonna come back. We'll
What if,
come
like,
back for her.
If she has to wait for a few days, she's fine. And then we
Okay,
can come back
as long
if we
as you'll
survive.
promise we'll
Because
come
we
back.
only have 3 days left, right? As
Correct.
lizards?
Yeah, you're
we better
on your
hurry up.
third day. You have about 2
Yeah.
3/4 days. It's the middle of the night, basically. Which, by the way, at some point, I'm gonna have to hit you guys with some exhaustion.
Oh yeah. We haven't been sleeping.
Yeah.
True.
But so jumping in the water.
Jumping in the water.
All right. So you all, well, you know what? Everybody roll acrobatics for me.
Oh no! I didn't know this was part of the deal.
In a fun way. Well, so hold on. Wait. Time out. Before you roll anything, tell me how you're jumping into the water, and then roll acrobatics, and that will make it way better.
I'm gonna do a jackknife. I'm gonna woo. And then...
You got it?
That's a
All right.
jackknife.
Alessio's pretty athletic, so he's going to do a perfect swan dive.
Okay. All right. So Anemone, you rolled a 22. So you you take a running start. You bend. You jump into the air, bend at the waist, touch your toes, and then go chest first. I believe is a jackknife.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and you nail it. Actually, you disappear under the water. And you surface just a second later. Everything seems okay. The water seems deep enough here. Not a big problem. Alessio, as
Wait, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to do acrobatics or athletics?
I believe I said acrobatics. Athletics, you could do either. You could do either one.
I already rolled acrobatics.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check. I'm sorry.
Anemone rolled acrobatics. I mean, I'm going for you doing a fun jump into the water, so I figure acrobatics makes more sense.
There you go. Fine.
So, all right. So, how are you jumping in the water? Exercise your imagination. How do you fail this epically with a 7?
Well, I take a running start, and I wanted to kind of do a perfect, almost like Assassin's Creed dive off, and then right into the water. Little splash. But I can't, because of my new lizard eyes that I'm not used to yet. I misjudged the edge of the cliff, and I completely slip, and I kind of tumble. I lose my feet, and I just drop headfirst into the water.
Everybody saw you, and by the time you come up out of the water, everybody's still laughing. So
yeah, everybody's pointing and laughing.
All right, Talon or Knobolas? Acrobatics.
I'm gonna do a cannonball.
Cannonball. It'll be a low DC. All right. Ooh. So you actually you come up with the idea. Well, I should let you do this.
Does Booker have to do one separately, or can I cannonball with him?
It's your decision.
Because I think it'd be fun to like be hugging him while I cannonball.
Perfect.
Suplex. You rolled well.
Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. So you grab Booker, you hug him tight, and you jump and you do a cannonball. And between both of your tails, it makes a really cool. It's got like the center bulge, but then in 2 like long, just splashes from the side as well. I need more whiskey.
I feel like Booker would have been too scared to jump in by himself.
That's fair, and he doesn't really have legs to jump, so he just kind of flop off the edge and tumble.
Yeah,
all right, Knobolas, you're up. What are you doing?
All right, Knobolas is going to take a running jump, and then he's going to flex midair, freeze Looney Tunes style, kiss his muscles, and then just drop down.
Excellent.
Let's see how that works out.
All right.
Looney Tunes style.
Oh no!
No!
Wait, hold on. Knobolas hasn't risky whiskey yet, and I feel like this is worth it for him. So let's try that again.
This is where you want to use it?
It's important.
It's very important. Let's
It
try
is.
this.
Style is everything. And you rolled worse. Oh no, you rolled better. All right, with a 10, with a 10, you go to kiss both of your arms, but you kind of like you only get one of them. You like miss a little bit, so it doesn't look as cool. But if
Totally worth the risky whiskey, though.
Yeah, if people only saw the start of it, they would have thought it was really good. So. All right, and at the same time, what the hell? I'm gonna make Daffy roll one because she's not here. So what are we doing? Acrobatics. All right, normal. Here we go. What's she rolling? Oh, I thought it was gonna be a 20. No! All right, so Daffy, she goes to jump off the side, and her boots are a little too heavy. So even though she's trying to do a dive, she just kind of like I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Daffy does not do a good job. She belly flops. You know what? Her armor throws her off.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Like she kind of ends up sliding on her ass, like on the side instead of.
Well, so I realized
properly away.
I realized halfway through saying that she has boots of elven kind on, which I think are not terribly heavy. So, but whatever. It doesn't matter. She belly flopped and it was awful. Good job, Daffy. All right. So you all, let's see. As you land in the water, you notice that there is a tunnel underneath the water. And the tunnel itself is completely submerged. So once you go in, you will be holding your breath.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
All right. So.
Do it.
Set the timer now.
Yeah, actually, what time is it? 10:38. Okay, so you all head into this next little section. Go ahead and move your characters. So a gentle current is starting to pull you through the tunnel, and under the water, you see a large boulder in the center of an upcoming underwater chamber. You can maneuver yourself to go to the left of it, the right of it, or just past it. However, here is the trick. You guys can't talk to each other. So I'm looking for hand signals. I'm looking for you guys to look at each other in the video and figure out what you're doing. And then one of you can tell me what you're doing.
Wait. There's a boulder in the middle? And we have to go around it?
Yes. So all right. Actually, you know what? I just realized how terrible that will be to anybody who's only listening to this audio in audio.
That's a good point.
So.
Oh yeah.
let's try to keep do your hand signals, but try to keep it like short. Because I still think it would be really funny for anybody who's watching too. Okay. So let me redescribe. Let me redescribe the scene real quick. So there's a gentle current. So you do have like a few seconds to figure this out. A gentle current pushing you towards an underwater chamber. In the underwater chamber ahead of you, there is a boulder in the center of the room, which you can see the water is flowing either left to the right, or it looks like it's going around it, behind it. So you basically have three options of which direction you'd like to go.
Oh,
All right,
is it after midnight?
Knobolas, this is what you're doing. Since you're the big, strong one, you're going to... oh, God.
How are you telling me this with your hand motions?
Knobolas!
Is it after midnight? Can I use my fire path?
It is after midnight, and it would have been before midnight. When does your fire path say dawn, or does it just say once per day?
Oh, we made it up, so.
I hate to do this, but I think it would have to be dawn, because like every one of those rechargeable things is dawn.
Is dawn? Okay, yeah.
Pretty much to prevent you using it like in the middle of the night, you know.
Yeah, waking up at midnight, being like.
Sure.
Because we're underwater.
Mm-hmm.
The current's pulling us through.
I am motioning rightward, or wait.
Okay.
My right.
This way.
That way. No, right.
Bill, can you unattach me from Mixed Squatter?
Oh, yes, I will. Give me a sec. I'll delete her for now.
Okay, it's preventing me from moving.
I was wondering what was messing up the camera. I'm glad you said something. Okay, so you guys are going to go to the right.
Yeah, so we do the signal for right turn. Right turn.
All right. So all of you following Agnomeio, you head off to the right. As you get to the next little chamber, you notice there is a hole that's kind of sucking you towards it because it's very skinny. You're going to have to squeeze through this dark underwater tunnel some unknown distance. But at this point, the water's pulling you towards it, so you don't have a choice.
Great.
All right, let's do it.
It's time. Let's ride.
Yep. So give me just a
grab
sec.
on and let's go for it.
All right, hold
Y'all
on.
get that tweeting noise, or is it just me?
I hear
it's
it
not.
too.
It's
Okay,
part of the.
it's like a bird noise.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna change the music here. That's the Cave of Time.
that-
Apparently has a bird in
I
it.
was very confused.
Sorry about that.
I thought it was like gas leaking out of like one of my bottles or something. I'm like, is that normal? Is it about to explode or something?
No, it's one of these Dimidium underwater birds. They're very common in this part of the world.
So, in order to squeeze, just to set the stage here, so it does take more movement in order to squeeze, which means longer underwater time. So by the time that you guys are getting to this hole, it's probably been about 45 seconds to a minute. And in order to squeeze through the hole, I'm going to say it's going to be another 20 seconds for each one of you. So by the time that we're coming, so by the time that we're coming out of the other end of this hole with all of you, it's going to be let's say a minute 45. Assuming that you all want to stay together, which I think you kind of don't have a choice.
Yeah, we still got time, so let's go.
Okay.
All
right. So you squeeze through this hole. Agnomeio, you are first, but I'm going to just kind of drag everybody else in here to make life easier.
I like to think we all make a nice gentle pop as we...
Yep. Okay. In this room, so you see in this room there is a gentle blue glow. And you notice that there's these anemones that are kind of sticking out of the walls, and each one of them is bioluminescent. There's little translucent crabs and little crayfish-looking things on the ground on the bottom of this room. You're only able to see these because of the fluorescence or bioluminescence that these anemones are producing. However, as you move further into the room, you notice there's a hole in the ground. Kind of goes down another, say, 20 feet. And there's one large anemone at the bottom of this hole. I'd like all of you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
You said wisdom?
Wisdom, yes. I'm gonna leave Daffy out of this just for I don't want to do anything to her character. So she's gonna have chosen to stay out of the hole.
Wait, how do we... Dumb question, but how do you do a wisdom saving throw?
So if you look at your character sheet, click on the WIS at the top right. You have a 14 there.
Oh,
and then it should say saving throw.
See, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I am wise as shit about anemones, specifically.
All right, so how did we do here?
Apparently, I'm about to be eaten by an anemone.
All right, so... actually, we're going to try this one more time. So Alessio and Talon, I'm going to speak to each one of you individually here. So Talon, you're going to be first. Talon, you hear in your head a really gentle voice saying, "The thing that you're searching for is at the bottom of the hole." And you feel compelled to follow it. All right, don't respond. Jason. So you hear in your head a gentle voice saying, "The thing that you're searching for is at the bottom of the hole." And you feel very compelled to follow it. All right. Okay. So the light in this room is shining. Like, you're able to look around here. There's no particular current, but as the room is as I described.
Okay.
Do we not get any info for, like, being really high rollers?
No.
Right.
Sorry,
Thanks.
I did want to ask, are we still fully submerged? Like, this whole room is fully
Yes.
submerged? There's no air bubble or anything? Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
So as you swim around this room,
Swimming.
Yep. Let me know what you'd like to do.
Is there any chance of a risky whiskey for Talon?
Yes, go ahead. I wish not in this case because I already talked to you. Say it sooner next time.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Talon is super curious and heading into the big
Okay.
hole in the middle.
don't
Me
do
too.
it.
I'm gonna go with Talon. I'm gonna go with Talon into the big hole.
Yeah, Knobolas never turns down a good hole.
Curious.
Or a bad hole, for that matter.
He never turns down a hole. Let's be real.
Just pretty much anything. Fair game.
Wait, Knobolas, what you rolled a 16.
He's
Okay.
just following you.
Yeah.
So,
You just
so the three of you go down into this hole, and you start swimming down and down about 10 feet at this point, and Talon and Alessio, you guys are swimming a little deeper. Knobolas, are you following them as well? Like, are you sticking with them? I don't want to speak for you.
I mean, yeah, I'm enjoying myself in the hole, so I'm just gonna keep going with them. I don't
feel
know
like
why
you
I jumped in. It mesmerized me.
I feel like you probably would.
I'm enjoying myself.
So,
supporting your peeps.
so just so I'm clear, so Agnomeio, you're the only one that's at the top, correct?
Apparently, yeah.
So
this is new territory for me.
And Booker.
So you see three
Animal.
butterfly-looking fish kind of emerge from various anemones around the room, and they're looking at you with these little tiny eyes, and there's these four wings, kind of, what's the word, like rippling with bioluminescent what's the word? Lights. Jeez. it's funny when you do this for like an hour and a half, like you forget stupid. It's like bioluminescent, but lights. What is a light? Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Luminescence.
Yeah. So they all start moving towards you, and they're getting very close. And I'd like you to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
This is why you don't fuck with the deep ocean, man. Like.
Yeah. No, I don't much care for this at all.
Oh, 2 people rolled.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Damn,
Wait,
he's got
this
some
is-
wisdom tonight.
Yeah, it was just Agnomeio. So, Agnomeio, you feel yourself very, very like compelled by these lights, but you shake it off just barely, and you notice that one of these fish is kind of coming up behind you, and it bites you in the arm.
Hey,
And I'd like you,
dickhead.
and let's see, it does. Shoot, I didn't set this guy up right. I think he does 1d4 of damage. No, it's 1d6 plus 1. Let me just roll that real quick.
Agnomeio, did you eat your pork today? Is that why you're surviving all these?
I always eat my daily pork.
All right, so it does 6 points of damage to you.
Well, not the biggest deal, but
And the other 2 begin kind of swimming around here. At this point, we're gonna go into initiative. Yeah, let's just go into initiative order.
okay, let's do it.
Yeah, it's been a little while since we've actually had a combat.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I'm like, wow, it feels like it's been a while.
How come you ain't rolling?
Wah, wah.
I'm not sure if I did something that made it not roll, but no, you guys all rolled.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe it did it for you, but either way. So, Knobolas, Talon, and Alessio, you have no idea that anything's happening, so just keep that in mind. You are currently swimming towards the bottom of this hole. But Knobolas, you are up first.
Up first for what if we don't know what's happening?
That's up to you. What are you doing?
As you
We're
swim.
in initiative
just
order
imagining,
mostly
like-
because somebody got attacked and we need an order.
Okay. I'm just imagining I knew that I entered combat mode and I'm just like, what the fuck? No, I'm
This is
gonna
like-
keep swimming deeper. I think I'm enticed. I see that you said it's glowing at the bottom, right? Like there's a glowing.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep swimming towards that.
Okay. So make a either perception or investigation.
Let's do perception. Let's do investigation actually.
Okay.
Aw, darn.
Okay.
I wish I had a risky whiskey that I didn't waste it.
Well, that's all right. I think you guys have all used your risky whiskeys at this point, correct?
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
not.
no one used it better
Oh, you
than I
have.
did.
Oh, Talon has not.
I have
okay.
not.
Good to know. All right. So Knobolas,
Does
you.
Talon get one, and then does Booker get one?
Let's talk about that later.
Booker
I'm
and
I'm inclined to say no. If we played
Could
longer,
have given me hers.
yeah, right? She hands you a little risky whiskey, little glass. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you. after this fight. There's another thing you guys found in the junk pile that I forgot to tell you about. All right. So, Knobolas, as you are diving deeper, you look around this anemone and you rolled investigation. You start getting in there with your hands. You don't necessarily know anything about this, but with a 5, I'm going to say you had a lapse in judgment here, and you're going to take a d4 of poison damage.
Oh, no.
So you're going to take 1 point of poison damage. Not a big deal.
Nah.
Just stings you a little bit on the fingies. So
Maybe I liked it.
Maybe you did. It's just a point of damage. You know, some people pay for that.
My hands and more enemies.
Ooh, sting my fingies. So, anyway, as you stick your hand in, though, you do catch a glimpse of a a fist-size blue rock or gem or something shiny inside of the anemone.
Ooh, shit.
Okay.
All right, and that'll be your turn. Alessio, what are you doing?
Sweaty.
Yeah, I mean, wait, am I still in the hole? Like, what's happening?
You are still in the hole, and you don't know anything that's going on above the hole.
Okay, I guess I just keep swimming. I guess I keep swimming downward.
Yep. That would yeah. I would guess that you, Talon, and Knobolas are all still doing whatever you were doing in the hole. All right. So you kind of make the same situation. You're going to start investigating the anemone. Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Okay. Investigation is... Wait. There we go. Okay.
No. All right.
8.
So with an 8, you're also going to take 3 points of damage. All right. All right. Up next, you do not notice the gem. All right. Up next is the mesmer that's behind you, Agnomeio. So it's going to attempt to bite you one more time here. It's trying to latch on. Actually, with the initial bite, it ended up trying to wrap all 4 of its little butterfly wings around your arm to hold on, and it's just kind of
weird
chewing on you. All right, so here's another bite attack. We're gonna have to roll this one manually. 15. Does that hit?
It does not.
Okay. All right. So I don't even know how to explain that. Maybe it tried to bite in a place that already had been bitten, and there was no more meat there.
That works.
Agnomeio, you're up.
Oh, well, I'm gonna skewer me a fish kebab. I'm gonna just like grab him and just shove my rapier through him.
Awesome. All right, roll for attack with advantage.
Okay, cool.
How big is this thing? So
small? It's probably about a foot from one wingtip to another wingtip. It's big, but it's not gigantic. Think like a bandana.
I was picturing like. Okay.
19.
A 19 will definitely hit. Roll for damage.
Yes, sir.
I was picturing like an actual butterfly, and I'm like, that would be hard to grab and do with a razor.
No, it's kind of actually. I think a bandana is probably the best way to envision this thing with a butterfly body. All right, so 12 damage will. So you skewer this thing right through its carapace, I guess. No, probably not carapace. Whatever. You skewer it, and it
whatever.
Right through the thorax. Thank you. Yes, and it and it's just stuck on your rapier at this point. It's kind of twitching a little bit, but it's dead.
Okay, we're gonna eat well tonight. For my bonus action, I would like to smack my rapier on the whatever this rocky outcropping around the hole is.
Okay,
to get people's attention.
Excellent.
Tank.
Okay. So Knobolas, you hear this. Talon and Alessio, you do not.
Okay.
And I would say for the sake of this, Knobolas, I think the sound is enough of a giveaway that you know something's happening. It's not a question. You know that this is the sound of metal on rock. Okay? All right, so Daffy, she doesn't count. All right, so up next is the Mesmer. So this is another one. And Agnomeio, it's going to attempt to charm you again.
Oh, of course it is.
So please roll a wisdom saving throw.
You better roll.
Come on, baby.
All right. So it fails. with a 17. It fails, and it's trying to get back towards its anemone. It's going to move back into its anemone and start to kind of blend in. You'll notice that with the way that its wings work and everything, it's able to totally camouflage itself inside of this anemone. And unless you were to move up to it and try to really look for it, you would not see it. Okay. Talin, you're up.
Okay. So I'm down in the hole swimming. I want to roll a perception check.
So, yeah.
Because I am looking for all the
investigation
to all my research ever.
Excellent.
Damn. Has to be investigation, not perception.
Investigation. Ooh. Man, you guys suck at this. All right. So in this case, so you are going to let's see, 1d4. You're going to take.
Roll a 9.
You're going to take 3 points of poison damage. And remind me, Alessio, did all 3 of you take poison damage? I think you did, correct?
Yeah, I took 3.
Okay.
So
all right. So you also, Talin, you also see the gem at the bottom, and the same thing that you heard is encouraging you to get it. Knobolas as well. You hear the same thing in your head. Sorry, not Knobolas, Alessio and Talin. You both hear in your head it says, "Go ahead. This is what you've always wanted." All right. Up next is another mesmer. All right. So this little guy right here is actually going to make his way over to Booker. And he's going to attempt to charm Booker. So Booker needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Does he have advantage for being too dumb?
He's so simple-minded.
He's not like the same
wise.
That's how that works.
Throwing it out there. That is a legit argument.
Oh, too bad.
17.
All right, so Booker actually, with such a high roll, I'm actually going to give Booker an opportunity attack. We'll say that this mesmer had to be a little closer. I'm going to give Booker an opportunity attack against this mesmer.
Yes.
So go ahead and make a bite attack, and I'll just kind of move along. Booker was next. So Knobolas, you're up next.
All right. So I heard the banging up above. So I'm gonna actually turn around. I see the gem, and I really want to go explore it, but I'm concerned for my friends, so I'm gonna head back up.
Okay. So a 6 does not hit. All right. So you're gonna head back up. So you're able to make the distance going up back to the top of the hole, and suddenly you're seeing that Agnomeio is beating on the rock with his rapier. You see this little butterfly fish kind of going towards Booker, but that's all you see at the moment. What do you do with that information?
Do I still have an action?
You do. All you've done is swim up, and Agnomeio, I'll kind of give you like a little freebie if there's any sort of directions that you like, any signals that you want to make. Mm-hmm.
What was that signal? Okay.
You're not sure if he's pointing at Booker or the fish, but he's telling you to kill it.
Great, wonderful.
Right. You come up and he's just like, "You kill yourself.
You're dead. I'm gonna kill you."
I've never tried to Eldritch Blast underwater. Is that possible, or is that
absolutely?
Weird?
Yep, that'll work.
It's a laser, right? Not like electricity.
All right. Well, I was about to do shocking. I was about to do shocking grasp, but then I was like, you know what? That's probably not the best idea underwater.
Everybody gets a zap.
So let's define that now, so that you can make that choice in the future. If you are to use your shocking grasp underwater, it will affect anybody within a 5-foot circle around the person that you're hitting.
Booker. I will not be canceled on this stream, so I'd like to Eldritch Blast the butterfly thing.
All right, excellent. So go ahead.
I'm trying
Did
to
you hear that, Bill? How he paid attention to the surroundings before doing his attack?
Oh, is that what you were supposed to do?
The other one didn't get injured.
Oh, you know, Knobolas, if you moved like one space to your left, I bet it would have changed everything. All right. A 10 will not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay. Man, these butterflies are tough.
You could do, I think you have 2 Eldritch Blasts, right?
Oh, man, it's been so long since I've done combat.
Yes.
I know.
All right, yeah, hold on, give me a second. I've forgotten how to target people, so hopefully I'm not hurting myself again, but...
Nope. You click on them and you hit T, just so you know. But, all right, a 27 will definitely hit. For 6 damage, that will not kill it, but you singe off a couple of its wings here, and it's going to have disadvantage if it tries to mesmerize anybody else.
Cool.
All right.
Good.
Cool. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Alessio, you're up. You are still under the effects of what you are under the effects of.
The voice from below. I mean,
yes.
It sounds like an Outcast album.
The effect from below.
So you actually, several of you hear this singing under the water, which you probably can hear in your headphones right now. Something else.
Something else.
I can hear it.
Great. I mean, if I'm just swimming down below, is Talon
basically right now you are still
you and I are
compelled
both
to go towards that gem.
Power of Christ compels you.
The power of fish compels you.
Power of fish in the gem. I mean, I keep getting lower. I don't know what the hell's happening above me, so I guess I just keep swimming lower. I mean, I don't know what else. If I'm still under this effect.
So you're on the bottom here, and you're right next to the anemone because you've been looking through it. But the only thing that you care about in this whole world is what's at the middle of that anemone. It's everything you've ever wanted.
It's my precious. Is the ring of power forged by Sauron?
Forged in the fires of Mount Doom.
Holy crap!
I like that. That's where y'all went, and my brain has been singing Backstreet Boys. This ever since you said it's all you've ever wanted. All I've got is like.
Oh.
First of all, that is in sync.
Is that in sync?
Yeah.
Yep. And the only reason why I know that is because ex-girlfriend of mine dragged me to a freaking concert of theirs, and I
had the time of my life.
First ever concert.
I went. She won tickets to like one of these radio station concerts where it's like a bunch of different people around Christmas time. And at the time, NSYNC was big, but they weren't like they didn't become what they became yet.
Yeah.
But we still like you could. Like I could not hear for like a week with the girls screaming. It was insane.
Do you want to know, since we're on this topic already? Do you want to hear what my first concert ever was? It's bad. New Kids on the Block.
I was just about to guess that. I was like, that would fit perfectly with this.
I was about 4 or maybe 5, and my sister went with my mom, and I was there with my I honestly don't know how this all worked out, but I was there with my dad, and I remember that it was so loud, like I just kept begging to like not be there, and so him and I kind of walked like around the whole thing. Like I guess there was like I think like a stadium. We kind of just walked around the stadium for about 2 hours while my mom and my sister were just watching the band. It was the worst. I could still hear the noise.
I was very excited about my Backstreet Boys concert.
Well, I was going to say my second concert was One Direction, and I was pretty excited about that. We wore shirts and everything. We were totally dressed up for it.
There really was just no question, was there, Clifton?
My boyfriend, now husband. So yeah, there was no question.
All right, that's fair. All right, so back to the pit. So
the first concert I ever went to was Leonard Skinnerd.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got to talk.
Oh, way to be way cooler than everybody else. Thanks.
So now we waited too long.
I got everyone beat because the first concert I ever went to was Rush. So
there
you are. Oh, nice. You're all done.
Jason, did his quality get like VHS?
Yeah. So it's don't worry about it yet. Jason, what are you doing with your turn? And then fix your video.
Every time I move this shit. So, am I staring at the anemone?
So no, you are down at the bottom of the hole. Oh, sorry. Yes, you're staring at the anemone. Like you are compelled to search for whatever's in the middle of this anemone.
I mean, I have nothing to break the compellment, right? Like nothing's gonna.
So, well, because you got poisoned, no, you do not.
And I'm poisoned. Do I know I'm poisoned, or I'm so freaking hypnotized I don't know what's happening?
At the moment, you're so freaking hypnotized, you don't know what's happening.
Oh, great. Okay, so I guess I.
So make another investigation roll.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I do it a little bit better.
Oh no!
Jesus Christmas! I can't investigate for shit tonight.
I know you're really rolling bad tonight. All right, so you take another 3 damage. All right, and that'll end your turn. At the beginning of your next turn, you can make a wisdom saving throw to try to fix whatever's going on with your head. Anomio, you're up.
Yes. All right. Well, I am going to swim over to this anemone, and then I'm just gonna stab the ever-loving piss out of it.
All right, so make investigation for me to see if you can find it, because it's currently camouflaged, hiding inside the anemone.
Come here, you little bastard. I want to skewer you.
All right, hold on. What is its? Let's just roll stealth for it and see how well it's hidden. 11. So you do spot it, and you make it an attack. So go ahead and attack.
I have found you, you little bastard. Ooh, 16.
16 will definitely hit. Roll damage. All right.
8.
An 8 will not kill it, but it's down to it's pretty close to dead. All right, so you take a big swipe at it, and
and I get a second attack, don't I?
You sure do. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to stab it again. Oh yeah.
All right, a 24 will definitely hit.
Die, little fishy, die.
All right, an 11 will kill it. All right, so you see it.
Butterfly wings are no match for gnomish steel.
Its little wings kind of fold in, and it just tumbles out of the anemone very slowly as it drifts down to the bottom of the floor. You note that.
I'm gonna put it on the skewer with the other one.
Oh, okay. All right, even better.
Yeah.
All right, anything else, Anomio?
No, that'll be all.
Okay. Talin, you are up, and this is the last time that you are under the effects of what is currently affecting you. And then next turn, you'll be able to make a wisdom saving throw.
Do a wisdom. Cool. So, Talin's down there. There's an anemone there, kind of blocking her view to this gym that has everything she's ever wanted. Mm-hmm. Can she do a nature check to see if
the only thing that you want right now is to reach your hand into that anemone and try to get it. But you got to roll investigation.
Well, that's the thing. I want to see.
So talk to me
I don't
again.
have a plus on anything for nature or investigations.
What are you trying to do? You're just trying to find out what's going on?
Yeah, if there's a way to work my way through the anemone,
Oh, I see. Okay. Yes, go ahead. So,
get to the gym.
I misunderstood what you were saying. So yeah, you know what? You're totally. Go ahead and roll nature. Let's see if you can think of how to deal with an anemone.
This makes 0 difference, by the way. They're both plus zeros. So.
Oh, you're gonna end up rolling both.
It's just a difference in rationale.
Well, so you look around and you pick up a small rock and you kind of throw it at the anemone, and you notice that a couple of the tendrils kind of move out of the way, and you push your hand in to try to get at the gem. Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Okey-doke.
It's timeout. Stop. I said stop before. Oh, I'll give it to you. Whatever. 19 is fine.
All
right. I was gonna say sleight of hand instead because you were trying to maneuver, but you know what? Because we did this, you're gonna just dive in there. You're still gonna take the damage, but you're able to grab 1d4. You're able to grab the gem, so you're gonna take 1 point of damage. You grab this blue amethyst, and you could tell it's actually very high quality. It's really, really a nice amethyst. It's just very dirty because it's been kind of inside of this creature. As you pull the amethyst out, though, the anemone kind of shrinks back down really quickly, and the lights turn off. And it's basically the lights of the anemone turn off and it becomes very dark at the bottom of this hole. Whatever you did probably either killed it or at least really, really injured it. Okay. You also... no, actually, at the moment, you still feel like this is the best thing ever. And you notice that Alessio's looking at you. You have the only thing in the world that he's ever wanted in your hand.
Oh, I just stole your cojones.
Oh, no.
All right. Up next is the... I think that's all that you could do on your turn. So up next is the Mesmer that is interfacing with Booker. So... This Mesmer is going to look over at... No, he's gonna still interact with Booker at this point. He's going to attempt to charm Booker.
Go, Booker.
So Booker needs to roll a saving throw, wisdom saving throw.
Yep. I got you. Come on, buddy. Do what you did last time. 14.
That will do it. So Booker, again...
Booker's the smartest of most of us except for Agnomeio.
Booker gives the Mesmer the dead eye, and he can take an opportunity attack against the Mesmer here.
Yes, you get him, boy.
I totally stole this creature from a game called Subnautica, by the way, if anybody's ever played it.
Critted!
Oh, I know that. That game is terrifying.
Oh, it's so good though, right? Yeah. So he crit it. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
I think that's my first
Come on,
ever
Booker.
crit. How do you roll damage for a crit?
I think that's enough to kill it either way.
Okay,
all right.
cool.
So Booker kind of shrugs off this whole thing, and he leans over and just chomps the Mesmer in half and swallows him.
But he also does a barrel roll at the same time.
And he also does a barrel roll at the same time.
The death roll that
It's totally unnecessary, and little butterfly wings fly off into
yeah,
the
but it's
into
just
the
instinctual.
water.
He doesn't know whether it's necessary or not.
That's fair. All right. Up next is Knobolas. So you are not under any effects. You're simply at the top. However, actually, there are no enemies here. But Talon and Alessio are still in combat. So what would you like to do?
So are is Agnomeio like stunned or like what's going on there? I missed all that.
That's okay. So Agnomeio is not stunned. He's totally fine. He basically has skewered two of these things onto his rapier, which you can see, and they decorate it. Very, very lovely. I don't know.
I'm very proud.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the moment, if you look around, you see a couple of dead fish, and Booker looking real happy. He's got like a crocodile smile on.
I'll just say it seems like you two were up to some fun. And I want to tell them about.
It sounds like this. Blub, 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 blub.
Oh shoot! Oh, I was gonna try to tell them about like I saw this crazy look and their eyes down there, but I'd be like, I don't know how to describe it, but like I was trying to describe that they're like mesmerized by something down there, and I don't get it, so I just came back up.
All right. So Alessio, you're up next. Right now, Talon has. Oh, you know what? Sorry. Make a wisdom saving throw. We'll do it at the beginning of your turn.
Otherwise, I have your cojones.
Yeah, basically. You know what's happening. He's going to make us fight each other. Here it comes.
Yeah,
All right.
I think so.
I didn't make anything happen. The Mesmers are.
Hey, finally a good roll.
Hey!
All right. So you kind of snap out of it, and you look, and you're like Talon's holding this weird rod. Like, where'd that come from? And you look around, and it's very dark. You're at the bottom of a dark pit underwater. Like, what the hell is happening? I see you just went off video. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay.
I feel like that Matt,
Yeah.
he's just going with the scene.
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is what my character actually sees.
Right. All right. So, what would you like to do? You are no longer compelled by anything.
I'm no longer compelled by anything. All right, and I'm seeing Talon. She is
9.
she's gripping.
Yeah. So she's currently upside down at the moment because she was kind of like digging through this thing. She's upside down, just staring at this little blue gem in her hands. Kind of like what you said. It's like my precious, right? You're all like,
Yeah.
This is the only thing in the world.
gosh. I think what I try to do is I go over to Talon, and I don't try to take the gem from her, but I try to like grab her and like shake her to snap out of it.
Talon, he's trying to take your gem. What are you doing?
Motherfucker. Little bubbles come out.
I literally just said I'm not trying to take her gem.
That's not what she sees.
Yeah, but she's cray right now, and she can't tell.
Did
you have to do a wisdom saving throw first, or?
Yeah, it's the beginning of your turn. We're entering your turn with you seeing him coming towards you, ready to take your gem from you. Wisdom saving throw. Beat a 12.
Come on, it's not gonna happen.
This son of a bitch is trying to take your gem.
Okay, so I'm holding on to my gem like this. Well, how big is this gem? I'm tiny.
It's about the size of a fist.
I'm big.
It's big.
So I'm kind of holding it on to like this probably, which is actually what I was imagining before. So he's coming at me and trying to do that.
So
I don't feel like I have time to try and go for a weapon. I just like punch him.
Okay. Go ahead and make an unarmed attack at him.
You get it.
Unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike.
Yeah. Like what is that even? Where is it under? Do you know?
It's under inventory. You know, they consider your fists, items.
Part of your... Yeah, that's what I was like, I don't know where that would be. Okay. Oops.
Ooh. Well, now you roll good. So a 19 will... That'll hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Just breaks his nose.
I'm sorry, Alessio. It's 4. Right. It's only 4.
4 damage. All right, so go ahead and apply that to yourself, Alessio. All right, so and that'll be the end of your turn, Talon.
This is like when you try to help a drowning person. That's like a legit thing that happens.
So Booker feels the tension in the water, and he starts swimming over. He looks over the top, and he sees Alessio coming towards you, and that you just punched him in the face. So Booker is kind of getting in range to do something about it. Knobolas, is there anything you'd like to do?
Nah, I am enjoying the show. I just pull out some popcorn.
Awesome. All right, Alessio, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm about to take my fucking sword and cut this girl.
Oh boy. This is going south fast.
I think I kind of motioned to everybody up there, like, come help, like, come down, like that. Like, I need help with this one.
She's crazy.
Okay.
But how do we know who to trust? I'm very confused. Knobolas is like, I don't know.
I can't see any of this, so I don't know what's going
on.
Well,
isn't Booker like right there? Can I get Booker to maybe snap her out of it?
You think Booker's gonna side with you?
To defend me. Yeah.
I'm saying Booker is her loyal dog. He could tell that something's not right with her. Come on.
He's like, oh, I just realized Booker's like Croco Stimpy. Just, I hope anybody else other than Ed got that reference. Sorry. All right, go ahead. No, it's fine.
In fairness, again with a drowning victim, a lot of times you punch the victim so that they'll calm down so that you can save them, kind of thing. So in fairness, if you did attack me, you'd have every right. I'll just say, just like maybe not, super damaging.
All right. Alessio, what are you doing?
Let me see what I have here.
You're about 3 seconds away from forfeiting your turn.
I don't have a rope or nothing. I don't know. I'll try to grab her again. I don't know what the hell to do.
Okay. All right. Make a strength roll, and then Talon, make a strength saving throw, or no, just a strength check. Both of you. It's a grapple, is what you're doing. I always kind of forget the rules around grapple, so we'll just do a contested strength check. All right. So Alessio rolled a 20. So Talon, roll a strength check as well. 20 to 17. All right, so Alessio, you are able to grapple Talon under the water. So you kind of swim over to her, you grab her by the arms, you get behind her, and you're holding her tight. She's still holding the gem, and at the moment she is restrained. So that's really good. So we're gonna Agnomeio, do you want to do anything?
I mean, I'm just gonna swim over and just look down, like, hey guys.
Perfect.
What's
All
up?
right, Talon, make another wisdom saving throw.
You got it. Come on. For the love of God, get smart.
There you go.
15.
Nice. Excellent. So with a 15, so you snap out of it and you look around and you're completely in the dark at the moment. And something is just grabbing you from behind.
And Agnomeio's hugging me. Thanks, bud.
I would say you look over your shoulder and you're able to see that it is Alessio. And you're confused, but you're not worried or in danger per se. But you're still holding the gem. But all of you in this room now are of clear mind and perhaps very confused. So, okay. We can exit initiative order. So that whole situation here, I'm going to say the whole thing took probably about 2.5 minutes. So you guys are at about 5 minutes at this point.
Oh boy. Okay, that's a third of our time gone. Okay.
All right. So you all swim out of the hole, and presumably, Talon, are you taking the gem with you or no?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you stow the gem away
Come on.
into your bag. I'll add it. So you have an amethyst in your bag now. Okay. And then you all kind of swim back towards the entrance. Okay. Would you like to leave this room, or is there anything else that you want to do in here?
No.
No, we're in a hurry.
No, I'm ready to go.
Awesome.
No more murder fish.
All right. So you all take another minute to get out of this room between squeezing, waiting for each other, and you're all back at that same stone, where you now have a choice that we will get to next week as you decide to go either straight or to the right, or back the way you came. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for joining us here on Dungeons and Drams. This was a really fun time. Actually, I really liked running those. Those are the worst things in Subnautica, and I had the inspiration about 3 hours ago. I was like, I'm gonna mesmerize the shit out of these guys. So awesome. Okay, well, so as always, I just want to say a quick thank you to all of our patrons: Mike Cullerton, who is responsible for McShweta, Adriana, EJ.
We're behind.
EJ, James, Steve A, who's in the chat tonight, Tony Two Toes, Gavin, who just showed up recently, and Dave. So thank you guys all very much for being patrons. I would encourage anybody who's enjoying the stream to come join the Patreon, because we have some cool things in mind, but we need to build some money to do them. So everybody, we will see you next week, where we should have a full house. So I hope that you all had a great time, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.